Hey everyone, First T here. Thanks for checking out this YouTube channel.
Congratulations, Tyler Duncan, on winning the 2019 RSM Classic and winning your first PGA Tour event. Here's his post-win press conference interview.
Okay, we'll get started. We'd like to welcome Tyler Duncan into the interview room, our 2019 RSM Classic champion. Tyler, what a day out there. You carried the lead, first of all, into this tournament on the weekend, and 18 pars yesterday. Not exactly moving day for you, but now you've got your first PGA Tour victory. Congratulations on a great round of golf today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Just comment on what's going through your head.
Yeah. Yesterday I didn't play poorly. I just didn't hit it close enough and didn't make too many birdies. But today I just wanted to keep doing what I've been doing, and luckily I was able to make a few more today.
Yeah, it opens up so many more doors for you now. I know as a Ponte Vedra resident, you're really looking forward to the Players' Championship. You're also looking forward to Hawaii, I know.
Yes, for sure. So just looking forward to everything that's to come. I'm sure I don't even know half the stuff that is going to come my way from this, and I'm just looking forward to everything and embracing all of it.
All right, great. We'll open it up to questions. Let's start with Steve.
Just a few. I apologize for not knowing this, but on the telecast they said your last victory might have been the 2011 Indiana Amateur.
As far as a 4-day tournament, I would say that's probably correct. I never won on the Latin American Tour, never won on the Webb.com Korn Ferry Tour, and I hadn't won it out here until then. I had won a few mini tour events, but nothing with the PGA Tour.
And the day after you made 18 pars, which came a day after shooting 61, can you walk us through the birdies 3 of the last 4 holes? Talk us through your birdies 3 of the last 4 holes. What was going inside you, especially on that final putt?
Yeah, I was, obviously a little bit nervous, but on 15T, I wasn't that nervous. I knew I was a few behind, and maybe I'd have a chance if I made a few birdies coming in, but 17 and 18 aren't necessarily birdie holes. So we just tried to give our best chance to make birdie on 15, hit a really nice 4-iron up there to the middle of the green, and putt was just probably lacking a touch of break or touch of speed, whatever you prefer. And then hit a nice shot in there on 16 to miss the putt, and then probably one of the best 4-irons I've ever hit on 17 to 6 feet and made it, and then obviously 18 to make that 25-30 footer to get into a playoff. That was some of the emotion I've never felt. So.
All right, Rex.
Emotion you never felt. I was going to ask, is that about as much emotion you show on the golf course?
Yeah. I don't know how it was after I made the putt to win the playoff, but both of them were pretty incredible feelings.
And what did you do to kind of pass the time as you were waiting to see what Webb was going to do?
Just tried to stay calm and walk around and lower my heart rate a little bit and just kind of bring everything down to, normal, really. And hit a couple putts on the chalk lines there that I had set up this morning with the perfect putter and got that feeling nice, and then went over to the range and just hit a few balls until we got word about the playoff.
All right, Gary.
Tyler, how many events have you worked with Zach now?
Our first event was the Korn Ferry Tour Championship where I finished 4th, and then he was working for another player at the time, so we had a break, and then he started back for me in Bermuda.
Okay.
So 4 or 5 events now.
Okay. And what went on to your decision to move to Ponte Vedra?
I was living in Tampa for 2 years, and we loved Tampa. Tampa's a great city, but the golf facilities and stuff there weren't great, and so if I really wanted to take it to the next level, I needed to be somewhere else, and there's no place better in the world than TPC Sawgrass. So just being able to go out there every day and play and practice has been incredible.
All right, let's go Alex and then Sean.
Hey, Tyler. You mentioned the other day you have I think a best man speech coming up, and that you were going to be more nervous about that than yesterday's round. I wondered, did that change though once you got down the stretch here and into a playoff with Webb Simpson? How would you compare the nerves with those two things?
I was definitely nervous today, so I'll be nervous for the speech still for sure. I'm not great at standing in front of people and giving any conversations, but I'm doing better, and I think that I was probably a lot more nervous on those couple putts there on 18 than I will be during the speech.
Have you started working on the speech? Are you close?
I have some notes in my phone for sure, but nowhere near finished.
All right, Sean.
You've been a pro now for 10 years. When did winning on the PGA Tour feel farthest away?
There were probably two different times. So when I was on the Webb.com Korn Ferry Tour, I lost my card in 2016, and then I had to go back to Q School. I think it was 2016. I had to go back to Q School and missed that second stage. Just had very limited status, and so that was a low. And then kind of the end of this season, I felt like I had been putting in a lot of work and never really got anything out of it. And going back to the Korn Ferry Finals, it's just, you never know. This is a crazy game, so it can go in several different directions.
And then what did performing well under the pressure of the Korn Ferry Tour Championship kind of do for you, and how did it maybe help today?
It helped today a ton. I was very nervous coming down the stretch there at Victoria National. It's a very tough, challenging course, especially that finish. And nerves are nerves, so I was nervous there. I was nervous today, and just getting better at managing those. It definitely helped.
All right, Alex.
Considering how well Brendan Todd's been playing, when you see his name at the top of the board, I wonder if you think, oh, this is going to be tough to win today. But in the same token, does his recent success, having gone through some struggles yourself, does that help you guys, give you confidence that you could break through as well?
Yeah, for sure. He's been playing unbelievable golf. Coming into the weekend, I figured that he was going to be someone that was going to make a run for it, the golf that he's been playing. And we were talking about if anyone had won, 3 consecutive golf tournaments in a row, and that he's found something, and he's been playing some unbelievable golf.
All right, let's go to Kevin.
Tyler, at the KFT Championship, you were there to congratulate Hank Leviota after finishing, and he was able to bring that back full circle today. What was that moment like to see him, and kind of thinking about how that came full circle?
Yeah, it was awesome. Just Hank and I have become very close over the last year, basically. And we stay together sometimes, and he's a great guy. His wife Mary's awesome, and we just have so much fun with them, and it's great to have support out here.
And then a couple years ago, you got your first PGA Tour card right after your bachelor party, and now right going into Adam Shank's wedding that you're giving a best man speech, you win. What is it about kind of being around these kind of festive moments you think helps you perform well on the course?
I just love being around family and friends, so I think that probably brings the best out of me. It's just, I enjoy doing that and hanging out with people and having a good time. So I think just, being around family and friends and looking forward to those times that we get to spend together is something that I cherish.
All right, let's go to Adam.
How much scoreboard watching were you doing today?
I definitely looked a few times. I'd say 3 or 4 times. So I looked on kind of around the turn somewhere. I was kind of I think on 9 green I was looking, and then I saw on 16 green that I think it was Webb that was leading, made a bogey, and so I was T1 there at 17 under, and then he and I'm assuming Sebastian too, they both birdied 15 to take the one-shot lead ahead of me, and then I made that putt on 18, so I figured 19 would win or be in a playoff. So I was definitely aware of what was going on.
And at what age did you start dreaming of winning one of those trophies on the PGA Tour?
As long as I can remember. My uncle played on the Nationwide Tour, so I grew up watching him and watching his scores, and he won out there on the Nationwide Tour. And so as soon as I could do that, that was something I wanted to do.
All right, Sean.
Sorry, who's your uncle?
Andrew Johnson.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm sure in college you had to play in some bad weather, and now you're playing on the tour, and at least stats would suggest you're playing against guys who hit it a lot farther than you. Is kind of toughness one of your strong suits, with kind of mental toughness?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely something I've been working a lot on the last few months even, and I feel like I've always been pretty tough, but nowhere near where I am now. And I think a lot of the stuff that I've been working on the last few months is starting to pay off, and I'm really happy about it.
What have you been doing?
Training a little harder, honestly. So, in the gym, that kind of stuff. Just pushing yourself a little bit more, trying to bring yourself into the moment of what's going on. And I think a lot of that's translated. and I think that's a lot of it.
All right, Alex.
You mentioned before you're pretty calm, pretty reserved guy, but I mean, has it sunk in? I mean, this is a life-changing moment, obviously, for you.
It hasn't sunk in. It sounds amazing thinking about it, but I don't think it's completely sunk in yet. You know, I can sit here and think about everything that's going to be coming, and the Players Championship, and the Masters, and just I think it's two more seasons exempt on tour. You know, all those things are just unbelievable, and I don't think I could honestly process all of that right now. But just thinking about it's pretty awesome.
All right, Rex.
You mentioned the Masters. What is your experience at all with Augusta National?
Never been.
Never had the opportunity to go as a spectator, obviously.
Never been.
Is that something that you've always thought about, or would there be another tournament you put above that?
It's one of my favorites for sure. It's something I watch on TV and I enjoy watching. Just being able to compete at Augusta is probably one of the top things that I've been looking forward to. But it's also going to be nice to go back and play the Players Championship and stay in my bed. So I wasn't going to be able to do that before today. So I'm very happy about that.
All right. Anything else? Okay, let's go to Adam.
I know it's so fresh, but how does this change your goals for the rest of the season now?
Keep winning. No, just do the best that I can. I don't think it changes a whole lot. Just honestly figure out what I've been doing leading up to this point and keep doing that because it's been paying off. So, you know, I don't know how much it'll change, but just keep climbing up the FedEx Cup and make a run there at the end of the season. To make it to Eastlake would probably be unbelievable. Obviously, there's a ton of golf left to do, but to be able to make it to just deep into the FedEx Cup playoffs would be awesome.
And kind of playing off what Steve asked you earlier, what would you say was the biggest thing you've ever won in golf up to now?
The biggest thing I've ever won in golf. As far as just tournament-wise, biggest tournament I've won? Or
Sure.
So I haven't won a whole lot, as you guys know. So I won the state amateur championship in 2011. I won the high school championship. I didn't win anything in college, I don't think, and haven't won on any of the developmental tours. So there's not a whole lot there as far as winning, but I've had a lot of different moments that have helped prepare me for this moment, and it just hadn't happened yet.
Okay, let's take one more.
Just wondering, as a northern guy, did you like that today's forecast was a little cooler and windier?
I loved it. When I saw that, I was like, it's going to be great because you just go out and play solid golf, and one of my strengths is ball striking, controlling my ball, and I did a pretty good job of that. And anytime there's wind, you have to really be able to control your ball, and it definitely worked in my favor.
Congratulations once again, Tyler Duncan. What are your thoughts on this year's 2019 RSM Classic? Let me know in the comment section below, and please click on the thumbs up icon if you liked this video. Subscribing to this YouTube channel and sharing the video also helps. And don't forget to click on the notification button for this channel so you won't miss the next First 2 Tee video.